the sense of grief and loss and hopelessness, the sadness for all the dreams and desires and hopes that so many people had worked their whole lives for, only for it now to feel like it's impossible. That sadness is pervasive. It's palatable. And we continue to take one more step forward, even though we don't even know where we're going. Or what's the point? So what do we do about that? What are some things that we can put in place to make our lives just a little bit more bearable until the world falls completely apart to come back together, or it just falls into place? Whatever it is, however it turns out, how do we keep ourselves steady in the face of all this unprecedented chaos that we keep being told is our new reality? Hi, and welcome back. It's January 11th, 2026. And if you are feeling very down, hopeless, like the world is coming to an end, and what is the point of anything? What is my purpose? Where am I going? Why am I even bothering? You have no one to share it with, no one you even want to call. And if you call someone, they have their own challenges and struggles, and you don't want to burden them with yours. And so it sits with you. You hold on to it. And it makes you tired. It makes you less motivated. You're less interested in pushing yourself outside of that experience and that feeling. And it keeps you stuck. And so you stay inside. It seems like too much work to even get your clothes on, get dressed, put your boots on, and get outside. And for some people, getting outside just means more busyness, more people, more stimulus, more negativity. And so in these moments when things feel so disproportionately negative, heavy, we have to really take into account, where are we getting our hopefulness? Where are we balancing out that weight, that despair, that anxiety? Because it's infiltrating every aspect of our lives. So we have to find it in some way to help lower our cortisol, to really help our central nervous system get out of the fight, flight, fawn, or freeze, and to be able to breathe deeply. And it's up to us to really manage our environment and our surroundings. And that is so much work when you're already so tired and don't see the point of it. But when you look at it from a bigger picture of long term, what in the long term is what I'm doing right now? How will that serve me in the long term? In the moment, I just don't have it in me, and I don't know where I'm going to find it, and I don't know how to pull myself out of this. Short term, that's that short term piece. You have to find a way to tell yourself that even one little thing that I do, will help me in the long term. Because one more little step is 365 little steps in a year. So it may not seem like anything. Like today, you could say, today, you know what's different? I actually got up and I ate a healthy breakfast. It made me feel like I had more energy. Or today, I'm going to drink an extra cup of water. Or today, I'm going to take an hour off, or 10 minutes, or 5 minutes off of my watch time of something. I'm going to remove something from my watch list that is really not uplifting, not hopeful. And take that accountability and start to switch the sense you have about what your future looks like, what the collective looks like, what humanity's future, the earth, the universe. One little step at a time, one tiny little thing. And you have to be the one to decide it, because you're the one who has to put it into place. And then repeat and repeat. And I know it's not easy. Trust me, I know. But is it worth it to stay feeling how you're feeling? No. It's not worth it. That's not living. That's suffering. And so find one little thing and just do that one little thing for a year. Do whatever you can do that's mindful, that says to yourself, building trust in yourself, in your body, in your soul, that I'm choosing me. I'm choosing to feel better. And so I'm going to make this a priority. And I'm putting it into place. And that little switch changes the frequency. It says, oh, we're choosing something of a higher frequency that's going to vibrate out. And it's going to call more of that back in. And that's going to create a momentum that'll help with motivation. Motivation isn't an all or nothing. It's little bits of awareness at a time that you integrate, that you alchemize the energy, and then you use it as momentum, as fuel. Don't be disheartened. Notice it, recognize it. This is a normal reaction to an abnormal environment. And just know that you hold the power to get yourself out of this. And that others are doing the same thing. So reach out, connect with others. It is very helpful to normalize an experience that is so difficult and challenging. Because you're not alone. An energy check-in for today would be very dark, very hopeless. People are feeling like, what's the point? There's so much stress and despair and anxiety, and for good reason. There's a sense of no control, no ability to redirect the narrative, feeling very Hopeless is the only word I can come up with. And so it makes me curious to know how people, or if people, are creating their own hope by digging deep, by noticing the good in people, the things that are happening around them that demonstrate that sense of community, that sense of connectedness, care and concern for one another, the small little things, the big things, the coming together, the joining of voices and communities that were once isolated in their homes. And even in places where these events are not taking place, not happening, the ripple effect is unavoidable. The energy that we experience from afar continues to reach us across borders, across oceans. The message is just beating at our door. This narrative that says there's no hope, there's no future, the world is ending, we have no control, we have no power. People who have money are the ones who are leading the charge, and they don't give a crap about what happens next. And I think if we were to change that narrative, we would not even be fighting it, per se. Because the more we focus on that and fight that, it confirms that that's the story, that's the narrative, that's what we have to work with. Instead, creating that sense of community and bonding with one another through those acts of connectedness, through the unified voice, through the things that people are doing to support one another, and to recognize that to change anything, we have to be different. We have to behave differently. We have to engage differently. And that doesn't mean not seeing the problem and acknowledging it, but also having the solution for it. Not just fighting something, not saying something is wrong, but offering up an alternative of how to do things differently, how to be more balanced, how to be more empathetic, how to be more inclusive. Offering the solution rather than just continuing that fighting back and forth. And then stepping into that creation and making that stronger, the solution stronger, that collective stronger, focused, more intention behind that as opposed to the fight that then warrants the fight. It's about being both. Both aware and active, and bringing yourself back to a place of centeredness so that you may continue to act in the best interests rather than react, which is exactly where a power structure wants you to be unbalanced, wants you to be in a frenzied state, wants you to not be able to see the whole picture and to be just stuck back on a different treadmill. Thanks for watching, everyone. and for liking and sharing and subscribing and commenting and noticing the things in the clouds and connecting, being present here in this space, in this moment, as we navigate our way through these next stages, these next steps. So until then, stay safe, stay connected, and we'll see you really soon. Bye.